Uh, we're going to now try to demonstrate the inclusion of coverage, that is code coverage, using codecov.io, which is another cloud service provider that provides free services for small projects. So here we are in our .travis.yaml file, still working in my fork of this repository. And I'm going to edit this to adjust it to do coverage. And so the first thing I need to do is when I make the software, I need to force it to produce .gcov files when it executes. And the way to do that is to adjust the C flags that it's compiled with by adding minus coverage. I also have to do the similar thing with LD flags. And I have to add the math library there. I think that that's required in order to make this work. And because those two arguments are required for LD flags, I have to bracket them in double quotes. So that will then force the build that gets used during this testing to be a build that produces coverage information. The effect of that will be that the coverage files will be produced in the virtual machine that got launched to execute this CI test. The next question is, how do we sort of get that coverage data out of that virtual machine to a place where it can be sort of analyzed and compared against previous commits and so forth? And the way to do that, codecov.io offers a really great service for this that's actually very tightly integrated with GitHub. So again, here's another GitHub YAML tag called the after success tag. And this is, let's see, basically what we do is this. What this is basically going to do is after the test runs, if it succeeds, then it will continue on to the after success tag and execute the commands there. And what this command is basically doing is downloading a script that's hosted at codecov.io. It's a special bash script. When that script gets downloaded, it'll actually execute it. It'll turn around and find all the gcov files and ship them back up to codecov.io along with other knowledge of the environment. So for example, it'll understand what the repository name is and various other things in the environment, and then publish that information on codecov.io so it's visible to us and accessible to us and so forth. So with those two changes, I've now effectively implemented code coverage, and we'll go ahead and for purposes of demonstration, I'm again going to commit this to my own personal branch. So I'm basically proposing the changes on my branch. Again, for most of you, probably the best way to do this is just submit a pull request to the upstream as I demonstrate at the end of the other video that I provided. So I do propose changes here. That starts the beginning of basically creates a pull request into my own personal repo. And so I'll do create pull request here. And as before, we'll see that we get the two Travis CI processes running here. One for the pull request and one for the branch. Okay, good. It looks like GitHub's responding reasonably quickly today. So one's already in progress. That's the branch. We should also see that once those complete, there will be this interaction with codecov.io, and codecov.io turns around and inserts more information into this status page automatically on what happened for coverage. So let's just, it just happened. You see all that happen there. Basically what it did is, as each of these virtual machines finished, that after success tag was executed. It shipped the coverage results up to codecov. Codecov massaged them and turned around and shipped this back down to this status report for this pull request number 10. Let's see. So now the only other thing I want to demonstrate, so what you're seeing here also, unfortunately, is the fact that I already had a little history in this repository with previous codecov runs, and it's showing that the coverage actually went down because I reduced I think that the Travis file was changed Well, it was originally in the past it was a check all. I changed it to a check, and so check all is testing more code than check does, and so as a result, it's showing coverage is dropped. And so one of these, yeah, this one is basically saying, look, the coverage is now down at 51.6%. It used to be up around 72%. And so as a result, it's basically failing this pull request. So that's it for demonstrating the coverage aspects of things, and I'm sorry I didn't actually include that in the original video. Okay.